What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? We are back. It is Insecure season 4. What? Y'all know we've been waiting for Insecure. Got pushed back because Issa Rae is blowing up, and you can't be mad at her. And get your grind on. But we are here. We are back, and so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hope you like this video. Now, we picked this episode up, or the season picks up. We are 4 months before the block party. We see that the episode of this season that's going, y'all know how last year we had the little episode playing in the background, the slave show or whatever it was last season. This season is one of those ID channel spoofs, right? We had a cameo from Ray J, and I'm sure as the season goes on, we're gonna keep seeing those. I love those are little things about Insecure. You gotta pick up the little nuances, the little so and so. So everybody's watching this damn episode. So Issa Rae is her and Molly are meeting up. We left off when she was finally putting her apartment together. She had told Nathan she needed some time and he needed to back up off of her. And so the ladies are having a girls' night. I think they a pamper me type situation. They doing yoga, they smoking weed, they got some drinky drink, they doing it. And Issa is saying, look, I finally feel like I'm at a point where I'm getting my life together. Like I finally feel like I'm getting my shit together. And it feels good. Got the block party. I'm really working towards that. She's gainfully employed, honey. She's got the super gig down at the apartment situation. So Issa seems like she finally is not the train wreck that we have seen for these last 3 seasons. Molly has been dating Alex, who's the Asian guy. And y'all know Molly. Molly is Molly. And so she's finally at a place where she's like, I'm feeling him, and I mean, I'm feeling him, but I'm not really sure. And Issa is like, girl, let him do it. You know what I mean? Open up, let him in, stop playing that game, open your heart. And even going back to the little background show, they even had billboards up, honey, about the show. It's a mess. I gotta watch it. That's gonna be like the ongoing joke for the whole season. So Issa is meeting up with Kalinda, I believe her name is Kalinda, Kalonic, Kalono. Y'all know how I do with these names. But she's been really helping Issa to get this to get the block party going. They've been meeting, and Issa is being her normal quirky Issa self. She's got this new turtleneck, and instead of letting no girl know that it's new, she talking about something. Oh, it was my grandmother's, but she's like, oh, but it looks new. Oh, I just take care of my stuff. But they are planning a mixer. They're gonna have a little mixer down to Issa Rae's apartment. She can get the courtyard. She's the building manager, the property manager, honey. She can rent it to herself, and as Issa's talking to Kalindra, Cece, she finds out that she got a little boo thing. Right now, we know who the boo thing is. Issa don't know who the boo thing is. The boo thing is Lawrence, right? Remember they met up last season. That's kind of where we left off with them. And but now we know that there's a little bit more going on there. Molly goes on. She's on a date with Alex. You see things are getting a little bit more serious with them, and Alex says, hey, can I invite Nathan to the mixer? You think Issa would have an issue with it? And Molly was like, and he was like, man, can he come out of timeout yet? Like, he made a mistake. Like, let my boy come through. And, Molly was kind of like, Now remember, Issa kind of got mad at Molly because Molly was making some executive decisions where, how it as it pertained to Nathan last season. And so I guess she was like, you know what, I better not make no decisions until, I talk to Issa, honey. Now Issa then got her a TSA boo. Little hefty dude. Somebody on the little, the husky side. And what I like about it is, they had this little awkward sex moment where they had to keep changing positions because, he was pounding away on Miss Issa. And Issa was kind of like, yeah, I gotta kind of get used to it. He was like, that's what you get when you dealing with a husky dude. I said, I know that's right. You better claim your husky and know who you are, boo, and walk in it. But he be hooking Issa up with all that liquor that they be confiscating from us at the airport. He be hooking Issa up with the free Henny and even some weed, honey. Um, but Issa is really, you can see she She really does have her little thing going on. Now we see Issa going down to the store, honey, exchanging out these outfits because she got to keep up with Kalinda, Ka, Ka, Kalani, Cece. Um, she's trying to keep up with her because again, in true Issa fashion, she can't, she got to play the role. And Molly asked her then, "Is it okay for Nathan to come through?" And Molly and Issa was like, "You know what? I don't think it is a good idea. I'm just not in the space yet. We good. He can stay where he is, and I'm gonna stay where I am, and that's how we gonna kind of stay with it." So then we see Issa meeting up with excuse me. We see them meeting up again. There's again putting some final touches on the mixer. She's bringing in all these big client sponsors, and Issa is inviting Ray Ray and them from the corner store and the bodega to come through. So she feels a little intimidated working with this woman because she knows this woman is way more connected than she is. But the woman, I feel like she's not making Issa feel that way. I think that's Issa's own insecurity that's kind of playing into what she's got going on. So then we have Miss Tiffany come through. Tiffany's still pregnant. She has not had the baby yet. Come to find out, this is the moment where Issa finds out who Kalinda is dating, Cece. And we find out that Tiffany knew all along that they were dating, didn't tell Issa, didn't tell her, and just sort of had her friends in the dark. And she kept trying to change the subject and didn't really want them to like make the connection. And then finally she was like, okay, fine. Look, Lawrence is Issa's ex. Issa, she's dating Lawrence. Can we all just get along? And of course, from that point forward, it's awkward for everybody except for Tiffany, of course. Tiffany's walking away going, kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya, right? And so, Issa, again, being the awkward person that she is, she doesn't really know how to handle the moment. And so she's just kind of like, yeah, I mean, LA is kind of small. I guess it ain't a whole lot, well, maybe you could hook me up with some of your exes since hanging out with my exes, And Kalinda immediately went to Lawrence and told Lawrence, look, I didn't know, but I found out today that the person I've been helping do this block party is your ex. And she asked Lawrence, like, how long were y'all dating? And he was honest and told her, 8 years. Like, it's been about that. And of course, there's a difference in meeting somebody and you say, oh, we dated for about a year versus, well, yeah, we dated for about 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference. And so now she's feeling awkward and she tells Lawrence, look, maybe you shouldn't come to the mixer because it's already an awkward situation going on between me and Issa. And I just don't need to add you to it to make it even more of an awkward situation. It's kind of like we've come too far in planning this event for me to stop now. And so we just have to figure it out. And so the event comes and both of them are trying their best to not be awkward, honey, Issa's ghetto neighbor. Issa did invite all her neighbors, which of course out of a courtesy, but she really didn't expect none of them to show up. And girl started checking for Issa's brother. Issa was like, but he gay. She said, that's okay. My son, baby daddy gay. And I was like, oh my, okay. Issa's brother is the DJ, honey, and he did fine until he put on Kaya, but we'll get to that. So everybody starts showing up for the party, and as promised, Kalinda has brought in a lot of heavy hitters. And so Issa gets nervous. She's tongue-tied. Of course, everything she had been studying and had all her pitches ready has all thrown out the window, and she's working the room, and she's first of all, her and Kalinda have this very awkward moment where they kept over talking each other and kept stumbling over each other to the point where everybody around them was like, y'all not on the same page? Like, do y'all not know what y'all doing? Do y'all not understand what this whole block party thing is? Y'all are asking us to invest in something that, do y'all know what y'all trying to do? And she was just like, so they decided that one person will work one side of the room and the other person will work the other side of the room. And Issa is bombing. Like, she is just totally bombing. She has no idea what is what and who is who. And it's not that she doesn't know, but in that moment she can't articulate it. She's just, she's nervous and she's feeling awkward and she's falling all over herself and she's being Issa. In the meantime, Molly and Alex are on their way to the party, and Molly finds out that Alex has been dating other people. And Molly is feeling some kind of way about it. She's kind of in her feelings. And in that moment, she realizes, you know what? I kind of like him. And it bothers me that he's got somebody else that he's seeing. So now Molly is being Molly, and she's kind of shutting down and being aloof with him and, you know, doing what she does, doing what Miss Molly does. Now, in the meantime, my girl, Kelly, honey, they didn't let Kelly be the bartender. Now, I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Kelly is using up all the liquor. She pouring double, triple shots. Now, mind you, this is a free party. Ain't nobody paying for the liquor. So that's when, when y'all go to an event where the bar is free and the liquor is free, y'all know they be pouring like this at a time. Usually, what they want, the trick is, what the game is that they figure they'll wear you out before you will get tired of drinking the free liquor. They figure you will get tired of coming back and forth up here looking like the alcoholic, looking like, oh my gosh, she back at the bar again. But they underestimate certain people's stamina, myself being one of them. If it's free liquor, I don't give a damn how many times I gotta walk up there. It's free. But Kelly is pouring this. Like here. And Issa is telling her, look, I'm going to need you to slow down. I'm going to need you to slow your hand down because we got to make this liquor last all day. Meanwhile, Kelly is making indecent proposals. People are making indecent proposals to Kelly, and Kelly is contemplating, entertaining the indecent proposal. Honey, Kelly is Kelly. I love her. Issa, that's when her brother decides that it's a good idea to play Kaya, my neck, my back. And so, of course, all these high corporate people are looking around like, say, what is that? Now, what I was waiting for was for them to break out in a, but no, they didn't do that. So Issa had to go take the mic. Told her brother, can you stick to the playlist? He told me something. It was a request. Come to find out, it's the hood neighbor making a request for Kaya, honey. So that's when Issa took the mic, and Issa gave a speech, and she said, look, this is what it is. This is my vision for the block party. For, this is my neighborhood. I grew up here. I love it. I see what's going on. And I feel like we need to create a space where we can network with each other and we can take control of our neighborhood again. And that is my vision. And, maybe I ain't been articulating it the best way. But here it is for all of y'all to hear it. And I think in that moment they got it. And they heard it. And she did a really good job of articulating that thought. Shouts out to Paula Jai Parker, who was in this episode. Good to see you, girl. And so then, she was getting some donors and she was getting some people buying into it. And in that moment, I think she figured out, you know what, I really am okay with what's going on with Lawrence and old girl, Now, Miss Tiffany, she feeling guilty and she trying to lie to Issa, talking about something she ain't know. Yes, you did. You knew. You might not have known when they first exchanged phone numbers, but you clearly knew before Issa knew. And you should have let Issa know what was up. You knew Issa was working with this woman and dealing with this woman. And I just think that was messed up that you didn't have enough love for your friend to not put her in a situation to maybe run up on Lawrence with this woman. Like, that was real fucked up, Tiffany. But Tiffany got a fucked up personality, so whatever. So the party is over. It was a success. Everything went well. Molly is in her feelings, so she sort of hangs back. She tells Alex he can go ahead and go home, which I don't know how that happened since he rode to the party with her. I guess he Ubered home. I don't know. And Issa and Molly get to talking, and Issa tells Molly, look, you like him. Let it go. Stop being in so much control. Let it go. Enjoy the moment. Tell him how you feel. And you know what? Surprisingly, Molly does. Molly sends him a text saying, look, sorry I was tripping earlier, but I realized that I like you. Wow, wow, wow. Now, Issa, in turn, lets Molly know that she's going to continue working with old girl because she feels like they're in a good place and it is what it is. And Molly was like, you know what? life doesn't have to be this messy. And low key, I think you like life being messy. Like, I think you like the mess. And so Issa was kind of taken aback by it. And she was like, well, I mean, I guess I can't. I guess I do. But you know what, Molly? What do you really expect her to do in this situation? Like, she's been planning this block party for however many months. The block party is a couple of weeks away. What's she supposed to do? She's supposed to sabotage the whole block party because Lawrence is dating old girl. Like, once the block party is over, she ain't got to deal with old girl anymore. But I just think that was kind of messed up in that moment for you to kind of make it seem like Issa is just inviting this mess. Like, she had nothing to do with that. She can't control who people are dating. It'd be different if she knew all along, or if she knew that, like, she got involved with this woman knowing that this woman was dating Lawrence. But that's not how the whole thing went down. And you know, Molly can be very judgmental and be in her own, and especially when Molly's going through something, she real good for lashing out when she going through it. Anyway, y'all, that was sort of what went down with this episode. Y'all know these Insecure seasons are short, so y'all, I think we probably only got about 8 episodes, so let's get in where we fit in. Let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.